I've been here 2 nights waiting with you. Nothing has happened. When was the last time you saw her sleepwalking?
She has been doing this since Macbeth left for war. Every night she rises from her bed, puts on her nightgown, unlocks her closet, takes out some paper, folds it, writes on it, reads it, seals it, and then returns to bed. She is asleep the entire time.
That's weird. Does she say anything when she sleepwalks?
She says things that I cannot tell you.
You should tell me. It could help.
I cannot tell you. It isn't my place to repeat her words. Oh, here she comes. She is doing the same thing as always. Watch. Be quiet.
There's still a stain here.
Shh. She's saying something. Let me write it down.
Come out, damn Spot. Out, I command you. 1, 2. Okay, it's time to do it now. Hell, it's murky. Nonsense, my lord, nonsense. You are a soldier, and yet you are afraid? Why should we be scared when no one can lay the guilt upon us? But who would have thought the old man would have had so much blood in him?
Did you hear that?
Thy Thane of Fife had a wife? Where is she now? What, will my hands never be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You ruin everything by acting startled like this.
Now look what you've done. You've heard something you shouldn't have.
She said some things that she shouldn't have, and only heavens knows what secret she is keeping.
I still have the smell of blood on my hands. All the perfumes of Arabia couldn't make my little hands smell better. Oh, no.
Damn, she's carrying something heavy on her shoulders.
I would not want her guilt, even if I was made queen.
I can't help you. This is beyond my medical abilities. I do know of people who do stuff like this that aren't guilty at all, though.
Wash your hands, put on your nightgown. Don't look so frightened. I tell you again, Banquo is buried. He cannot come out of his grave.
Is this true?
To bed, to bed. There's a knocking at the gate. Come, come, come. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. Go to bed, go to bed, go to bed.
Is she going to sleep now?
Yes.
Doing bad things leads to supernatural acts. I can't help her, only a priest can. People with guilty consciences sometimes talk to their pillow about their guilt. Look after her and remove any object she could harm herself with. I think I know what it is, but I would not know for sure.
The English army is near, led by Malcolm, his uncle Cyward, and the good Macduff. They burn for revenge. The wrongs they have suffered would make dead men rise up and fight.
We'll meet them near Burnham Wood. They are coming that way.
Does anyone know if Donald Bane is with his brother?
He is definitely not there, sir. I have a list of all the important men. Seward's son is there, as well as many boys too young to have beards who will become men by joining in this battle.
What is the tyrant Macbeth doing? He is fortifying his castle at Dunsinane with heavy defenses. Some say he is insane. Those who hate him less call it brave anger. One thing is for certain, he's out of control.
Now Macbeth feels the blood of his murdered enemies sticking to his hands. Now rebel armies punish him every minute for his treachery. The soldiers he commands are only following orders. They don't fight because they love Macbeth. Now he seems too small to be a great king, like a midget trying to wear the robes of a giant.
Who can blame him for acting crazy, when inside he condemns himself for everything he's done?
Well, let's keep marching and give our loyalty to someone who truly deserves it. We're going to meet Malcolm, the doctor who will cure our sick country. We'll pour out our own blood to help him.
However much blood we need to give to water the royal flower and drown the weeds, to make Malcolm king and get rid of Macbeth. Let's proceed on our march toward Burnham.
Hang our flags on the outer walls. Everyone keeps yelling, "Here they come, our castle is strong enough to laugh off their siege. They can sit out there until they die of hunger and disease." If it weren't for the fact that so many of our soldiers revolted and joined them, we could have met them out in the front of the castle, man to man, and beaten them back to England. What's that noise?
It's women crying, my good lord.
I've almost forgotten what fear feels like. There was a time when I would have been terrified by a shriek in the night, and the hair on my skin would have stood up when I heard a ghost story. But now, I've had my fill of real horrors. Horrible things are so familiar that they cannot startle me. What was the crying about?
The queen is dead, my lord.
Oh well, she would have died later anyways. That news was bound to come someday. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. The days creep slowly along until the end of time, and every day that's already happened has taken fools much closer to their death. Out, brief candle. Life is nothing more than an illusion. It is like a poor actor who struts and worries, for his hour on the stage and then is never heard from again. Life is a story told by an idiot full of noise and emotional disturbance, but you've come to tell me something. Tell me quickly.
My gracious lord, I shall tell you what I saw, but I don't know how to say it.
Just say it.
As I was standing watch on the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and I thought I saw the forest begin to move.
Liar and a slave!
Punish me if it's not true. 3 miles from here, you can see it coming, a moving forest.
If you're lying, I'll hang you alive from the nearest tree until you die of hunger. If what you say is true, you can do the same to me. My confidence is failing. I'm starting to doubt the lies the devil told me, which sounded like the truth. Don't worry until Burnham Wood comes to Dunsinane. And now the wood is coming to Dunsinane. Prepare for battle and go. If what this messenger says is true, it is no use running away or staying here. I am starting to grow tired of living, and I'd like to see the world plunge into chaos. Ring the alarms, blow wind, come ruin. At least we'll die in our armor.
We're close enough. Throw down your branches and let's show them who we really are. Uncle Seward, you and your son will lead the first battle. Macduff and I will do the rest.
Good luck, my fellow friend. If we meet Macbeth's army tonight, let us be beaten if we cannot fight.
Blow all the trumpets. They announce the news of blood and death.
What's your name?
You'll be afraid to hear it.
No, I won't. Even if you were one of the worst demons in hell.
My name is Macbeth.
The devil himself couldn't say a name I hate more.
No, nor could the devil's name be frightened.
You lie! You disgusting tyrant! I'll prove with my sword that I am not scared of you!
You were born from a woman. Swords don't frighten me. I laugh at any weapon used by a man who is born from a woman.
The noise is coming from over there. Tyrant, show your face. If someone other than me kills you, the ghosts of my wife and children will haunt me forever. I cannot be bothered to fight these lame soldiers who only fight for money. I'll either fight you, Macbeth, or else I'll put my sword unused. You must be over there. By the great noise, it sounds like one of the highest-ranking men is being announced. I hope I find him. I asked for nothing more than that.
Come this way, my lord. The castle has been surrendered without a fight. Macbeth's soldiers are fighting on both sides. Our noblemen are battling bravely. This victory is almost yours, and it seems like there's not much left to do.
Our enemies fight as if they're trying not to hurt us.
Sir, enter the castle.
Why should I commit suicide like one of those ancient Romans? As long as I see the enemies of mine alive, I'd rather see my sword wound them than me.
Turn around, you dog from hell. Turn around.
You are the only man I have avoided, but go away now. I'm already guilty of killing your whole family.
I have nothing to say to you. My sword will talk for me. You are too evil for words.
You are wasting your time trying to wound me. You might as well try to stab the air with your sword. Go fight someone else who can be harmed. I lead a charmed life which can't be ended by anyone born from a woman.
You can forget about your charm. The evil spirit you serve can tell you that I was not born. They cut me out of my mother's womb before she could bear me naturally.
Curse you for telling me this. You frightened away my courage. I don't believe those evil creatures anymore. They tricked me with their word games, raising my hopes and then destroying them. I won't fight you.
Then surrender, coward, and we'll put you in a freak show, just like they do with deformed animals. We'll put a picture of you on a sign, right above the words, "Come see the tyrant."
I'm not going to surrender and have to kiss the ground in front of Malcolm, or be taunted by the common people. Even though Burnham Wood really did come to Dunsinane, and I am fighting a man not born of a woman, I'll fight till the end. I'll put up my shield and battle you. Come on, let's go, added Macduff. And damn the first man who cries, "Stop! Enough!"
I wish all of our friends could have survived this battle.
In every battle, some people will always be killed, but judging from the men I see around us, our great victory didn't cost us very much.
Macduff is missing, and so is your noble son.
My lord, your son has paid the soldier's price. Death. He only lived long enough to become a man, and as soon as he proved that he was a man by fighting like one, he died. So, he's dead? Yes, and he's been carried off the field. Your grief should not be equal to his worth, because then your sorrow would never end. Were his wounds on his front side? Yes, on his front. Well then, he's God's soldier now. If I had as many sons as I had hairs on my head, I couldn't hope that any of them would die more honorably than he did. And that's all there is to it.
He is worth more mourning than that, and I will mourn for him.
He is worth no more than that. They tell me he died well and settled his scores. With that, I hope God is with him. Here comes better news. Hail, King, because that's what you are now. Look here, I have Macbeth's cursed head. We are free from his tyranny. I see that you have kingdom's noble men around you, and they are thinking the same thing as me. I want them to join me in this loud cheer. Hail, King of Scotland!
Hail, King of Scotland!
It won't be long before I reward each of you as he deserves. My thanes and kinsmen, I name you all earls, the first earls that Scotland has ever had. We have a lot to do at the dawn of this new era. We must call home all of our exiled friends who fled from the grip of Macbeth's tyranny, and we must bring to justice all the evil ministers of this dead butcher and his demon-like queen, who rumor has it committed suicide. This, and whatever else we are called to do by God, we will do at the right time and in the right place. So I thank you all, and I invite each and every one of you to come watch me be crowned King of Scotland at Scone.